In the last video, we left off at a Type 2- civilization making its way to a Type 3- civilization. If you haven't seen the previous videos, check them out, the link is provided in the description below. Today, we're looking at a Type 3- civilization and what it is capable of. The next step from a Type 2- civilization is a Type 3- civilization. This type of civilization would be capable of controlling and manipulating matter over a scale of about 10 to the -9 meters. This means that a Type 3- civilization would be capable of manipulating individual molecules and molecular bonds to its liking. This would provide it a significant amount of control over its surroundings as compared to a Type 2- civilization. For starters, it would be able to manipulate molecular properties and chemical bonds to create brand new materials unknown to its kind. This would enable a Type 3- civilization to have better control over its technological designs and in turn, have better technology available to explore its home planet or even some nearby planets in its stellar system. Not only would it be able to create these brand new materials from scratch, but it would also have the understanding to change the microstructure of pre-existing materials to create custom materials with specific properties for specific uses. Another interesting aspect of molecular manipulation would be the ability to heat or cool objects almost instantly. This is because heat is just a rapid movement of molecules, while cold is the absence of heat or slow-moving molecules. So, in theory, a Type 3- civilization would be capable of all kinds of cool feats like making objects spontaneously combust or completely freeze at will. But practical applications of these features extend far beyond just the fun aspect though. For example, this kind of control would allow for interstellar travel to extremely far away places without having to worry about aging. In other words, cryosleep for this civilization would be a very real possibility. Also, the field of chemistry for a Type 3- civilization would no longer be about tossing compounds in a beaker and praying for the right kind of reactions as is the case with our civilization today. In fact, this would be regarded as an extremely primitive way to do experiments in a lab for a Type 3- civilization. This is because it would have complete control over the orientation and spin of molecules and therefore be able to play around with them like Lego pieces in a lab. The ability to play around with molecules like Lego pieces would also provide extraordinary benefits for this type of civilization. For instance, it would be able to predict with a very high degree of accuracy the composition of exoplanets in its universe. This would enable it to be able to distinguish life-supporting habitable planets from non-life-supporting inhabitable planets, all from the comfort of its own home world. This would be very useful if this civilization ever decides to spread to other worlds for better resources or just to establish permanent settlements. Now, all this seems really impressive, but a Type 3- civilization would still be far behind a Type 4- in terms of its technological advancements. It wouldn't be until a Type 3- learns to manipulate individual atoms that it will have begun its transition to a Type 4- status. But that is a discussion for another time. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more. Also, subscribe to our channel if you're new here and comment down below. Until then, we'll see you in the next one.